Hey, Jason.
Hey, Kim.
What you doing?
Playing with my Metro.
Oh, I love playing with Metros. Look, I have mine.
You have more than me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. What kind of Metros do you have?
I have this leopard one.
Okay, and that was your first pen, right?
Yes, this was my first pen. What about you?
I'm blanking on the name. I think it's the Lizard. Dungeons and Dragons Lizard. You know, nerd. And you have another one, I see?
Yes, I got this one because, this one has a medium nib. The Metros come in fine and medium, and then they recently added the stub nib.
What are your thoughts on that?
I was thinking that I wanted to try out a stub, but I didn't know what to get, and I wanted something that still kind of had like this metal feel to it and looked a little bit more professional.
Yeah.
And honestly, like 2 days later, Pilot came out with their stub.
It's like they were reading your mind.
I think they were.
And then just
Are there
bam.
cameras somewhere?
Yeah. Did you have a favorite of the two?
I do use the medium more, just because it is a very inky medium. It writes really well. It's super, super smooth.
Awesome.
You can probably hear I keep snapping that,
Let's snap it.
Snap cap.
There we go. Okay. But the fact that it's metal has saved me many times. You can't really see it on camera here, but there's a little ding here. So I've dropped this on concrete multiple times because for the longest time.
This one.
Yeah, absolutely. They just take all the beating basically.
So when you got your Metro, did you use, because I know it comes with a cartridge and also a converter.
Yep.
Which one did you go with first?
The cartridge is still sitting in my case at home. So the fact that this came with a converter right away had me really excited. So I've been trying all kinds of different things.
See, I went the opposite way. I used the cartridge. I was really intimidated by the converter. Taking it back to my office, I was gonna do everything by myself, and it was just easier to pop that cartridge in.
Sure.
A couple months later, I started using the converter because I saw all of these inks, and I was like, oh, I wanna try all of them. So,
which I didn't know in the beginning. You can do this with almost any pen that can use a cartridge. You can just fill the cartridge back up with ink too. One thing that I am not fond of, the older ones came with a squeeze converter.
Yep.
And
I think that's what's in.
Oh. Sure, that's
I won't squeeze it, but
yeah, that would be great. I didn't go with that one because, I did go with that one, but the problem I had with that is that you can't see where your ink level is. That's where a cartridge would be nice, especially if you refill it. It's the fact that it's so affordable is really nice. And speaking of color options, when I was saying with the red and whatnot, it comes in a lot of color options.
Oh
right?
yeah, these are the two purples.
Sure,
had to have my purples.
Sure, yeah, and there's a bunch of different colored retro ones. There's some basic like your silver, black, and gold.
This is the retro.
Yeah, retro has those different patterns. The more neon kind of colors.
But I like that they also come in the classic black.
Yes.
And I think there's like a silver.
Yep.
So if you want it to be like super professional for at work and you don't want to be walking around with a bright purple
exactly.
pen,
when you're at work and you want to be
with
professional.
Animal print.
Exactly.
You have those options too.
You can have a nice little black one here, and then when you're going out to Club Fresca like last week, you can rock the Fresca and the retro or the retro pop.
So looking back, would you do things differently, or are you happy with your first fountain pen purchase?
I'm totally happy with this pen. It's a great first purchase, especially if you don't know if you're going to get into it. You can throw them around, not that we want to throw them around, or run them over with a truck. I'm not going to say happen this time. I just did. There's just so many options. You can throw them around. They're super durable. They have a couple 3 nib options, and just overall, they're great pens, and I still use mine, even though I have my Sailor. So.
Same here.
Awesome. Cool.
Hey, Jason. Club Fresco was rough. Nib noobs.